Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm just out in my wood shop today that we had a little video about a while back, and I want to show you a really good couple of deals I got this last week and what they're going to probably mean for the new shop. Anyway, let's check them out. Well, I guess we walked through here a while back, but got a few more things in here. Still have a bunch of junk that was left in this place over in this corner that has to be hauled out. But, oh yeah, probably curious what we're actually here to talk about. This right here. Yeah, this popped up on Facebook Marketplace, and I bought this on Sunday. Decent size saw. It's a Sawstop PCS 3 horsepower 220. I was measuring a while ago, and I believe I have right around 22 inches left of the blade, and looks like about 40, somewhere, hard to tell with the tape like that, but somewhere around 46 inches to the right of the blade. But I'm not sure how big of a saw that makes it. I'm not a Sawstop professional by any means. I do have their job site saw, but this also came with the industrial roller table that the guy had set up. So these actually roll material. Anyway, got it set up dead level with the table. Got it set where the fence doesn't touch it on the table saw. Feeds right through. Still need to sand this top and restore it. This is exactly what it looked like when I bought it, other than it had this nasty looking blade in it, and I switched it to a Sawstop blade. I just had one in my job site saw that was a little too much saw for it, and I swapped it over to this one. But that is the deal I got over the weekend. Picked this up on Sunday morning about 10:30. He posted it, and I was at his house within about 13 minutes. He also had this set up here. He hadn't even cut the tape off of it since he's owned it, so I went ahead and gave him a little bit for this, and he threw it in. He's moving to live at the beach, retire, so he's done with this stuff. But see if I can show you kind of around and what kind of shape everything's in. Decent equipment. Yeah, Sawstop PCS 3 horsepower, 10 inch. Yeah, didn't come with the Incra gauge here though. That's mine. I've had it on my little job site saw, and it is just too big of a piece of equipment really for that. Fits very nicely on this. I think I'm going to love it. He has a little drawer under here. He threw in the dado cartridge for this, so I have that. He threw, I don't know where all that stuff is, but this is overarm dust collection stuff. He did have that. I don't know if those little drawers are normal to have on here, but that's kind of handy. Everything pretty well with it. All the little hand tools, the riving knives and stuff. I went ahead and put the riving knife in. I'm guessing he never has had it installed. Over here, this is the overarm collection and stuff that he had for it. He had never put this stuff on there, so there you go. And got his dust collector. I'm pulling these filters off right now to clean out the insides of them. I'm guessing he never has. I don't know much about this unit, so if anybody else has seen one of these or knows kind of anything about them at all, really, feel free to let me know. I haven't found much information on this at all. It's like a dual cyclone. 12 by 13 filters here on top with a Baldor 2.5 horsepower industrial motor on it. Single phase. And running really good. Has grease zerks on it. Very, very little wear on this. There's not even any chipped paint anywhere. I'm guessing fairly well taken care of, other than apparently didn't really understand that you have to take the filters off and really clean them out once in a while. Little half barrels, rolls around real nice. Has a 6-inch actual port here off the collector, and then he put this deal that goes from 6 to 5 for some reason. But that thing has some suction, let me tell you. I don't know what he's thinking with all this stuff, but I'm going to maybe use some of this 5-inch for flexes right at machines. But go ahead and take this thing off and take it to a full 6 coming out to run across the shop, either under the floor or possibly inside a bench, so that I can get to the table saw and to where will be my planer over in here. All this is still being done, obviously. Some of this junk was in here when we got it. We're still cleaning trash out, but killed that P-tack over there. Went ahead and swapped it out to a nice 220 for the Sawstop. Got it running good. Hey, let's kick it on. You can hear this thing run. Yeah, buddy. Very nice. Very nice unit. Really shocked to find something like that in my area, but figured you guys might be curious about it. If you know much about these, feel free to comment, but I'm fairly excited to get one in the shop. Obviously not sponsored by these people or anything or anybody actually. So this is all stuff that I picked up myself. So there's the dust collector over there. And I put a 220, you can see the wire is right now just runs over to where that old P-tack unit used to be. And that's getting pulled out. And I may put another P-tack in here, I'm not sure. But for now, this will be my setup. And it's a little bit shorter than my MFT. I've got my Festool MFT back here. Got some good shop banners. Had to get some to put up there for the company. So there's my banner. And right now I just store everything that used to be in my storage units. All my tile equipment, extra thin set, everything. Tons of goodies. Curdy board. Basically a big old Curdy board rack, isn't it? But that's the saw I got. That's the table. The dust collector. The dovetail jig. Dust collection thing for the dovetail jig. Just a lot of equipment. Took 4 of us to get this stuff in here. I don't know what all this weighs, but it's incredibly heavy. But see if I can show you in here. We'll pop this door open. There's the inside of the Sawstop. Apparently these cabinets fill up with dust pretty good. There's probably around 8 to 10 inches deep. But we'll throw the dust collector hose in there in a little while and suck it out good. But everything's in really good shape, running good. Kind of exciting to get. But anyway, you see everybody else on YouTube has one of these things. I guess now I get to be one of them. But hopefully this takes us up another level on what all we can do. It's nice to have a shop I can actually do this stuff in now. But getting some more LED tubes up in here. This shop has really good lighting. Hopefully for the future, this will be a great place for our YouTube channel. We'll be able to do a lot of projects in here. This has a metal acoustic ceiling in it. If you can see that up there, I'm not sure. But the noise in here, I don't know how it is on the videos, but this will be only my second one in here, I guess. But hopefully it's great. Going to keep the glue down carpet flooring. It's really short, not a big deal. I think once we get dust collection going and everything, have some sweeps here and there, we'll be able to have this really nice to work through. But this is a old classroom actually from back when I guess they had overruns here. They built these classrooms, mobile classrooms they could set up. Has I-beam floor, steel I-beams, and then they set 2x material across the top of that to actually build the floor. So you get to have a wood floor in your shop, which to me is really nice. I hate concrete. It just wears me out so much. But in here, sound should be better. Everything should be better without all the racket. I hope anyway. Loads of lighting. We've got 220 outlets on the back wall, 30 amp 220s. And we have 30 amp 220s, basically at every one of these units that they stuck in here, as well as I think there's a spare on each end of the room. Shop is going to be about I believe right around a 26 by 32, something like that. So a lot of nice square footage. Oh, and this white box over here on the table came with the saw too. I'll go ahead and show you what's in there if anybody's still here. Let's see. I thought this was just the coolest thing. Somebody probably did this as a little shop project. It's a table saw blade storage deal. Has a little post in the middle, little protective deals, and you can pull it right out. There you go. Look how simple that is. Has a little piece of 1/4 inch on the bottom, screwed in. Yeah. And he even labeled them right there on the front, what he had in each one. And some of them, you know, still have blades in these. Some of them have 2 or 3 blades in them. This one right here's got a stack. And another glue line rip from Freud. I'm not sure. I think this is deals for weighting blades for balance. Anyway, there's a whole stack. Stiffeners, whatever they are. Dado outside blades. Got a Freud Dado stack in here. 8 inch. I believe that will work in the Sawstop. And here's the chipper blades for it right there. So those are probably, actually these back here may be some of the shims for the Dado stack. I'm not sure. But isn't that a cool little box? Really nice for saw blades. I'm going to have to keep that. That came with that setup. And we have this old saw over there too that was left here. But anyway, I don't want to hold y'all up too long, but I was fairly excited about this. I now have a Sawstop PCS 3 horsepower. So hopefully we get this shop put together quickly now. And we already have a couple of jobs that are going to need this shop. So we're going to run a little couple dust collection lines just to get us going. And we've got a cat patio to build in here. And we're going to have, some cabinetry to build. Things like that. Hopefully have some fun stuff we can do videos about coming up pretty quick. But thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to like or don't like or whatever you need to do there, as long as you do something. Thank you for being here, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.